Well, hello there. Welcome to the Obithorian Alliance. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Luke.
And in today's video, we're doing another What Have You Been Watching in July. If you like the sound of that, like and subscribe and stick around.
So we've had a lot of things come out this month, whether it's been shows, lots and lots of movies in particular. So let's kick it off with, what is the best thing you've seen this month?
The best thing I watched this month is actually a DC anime film. I've been really getting into these on Batman v Superman. I'm a big Batman fan, and I really enjoyed the story arc, really enjoyed the different characters that have brought in this underground, rich people disguising themselves and wanting to take over Gotham City. Really enjoyed it, and that's my favorite thing I watched this month. What's yours?
Best thing I've seen this month, I have one episode to go. I'm not finished it yet, but so far I'm going to say is Dr. Death on Stan.
Good choice.
So without seeing the end, I'm still going to say that I've enjoyed it a lot, and it's been the best thing I've watched this month. So what else have you been watching that isn't quite the best, but still pretty good?
Still watching The Crowded Room, still very much enjoying it, and we get to see the personalities and everything going on with that. There's one episode just came out of this recording, and the final episode is still to come, and really liking it. Not for everyone, but I like the show.
Yeah, I've also been watching The Crowded Room. Quite like it. I thought the way that they showed the split personalities at first was a bit weird, but now I think the way they're doing it's quite cool. So it's, as you said, not for everyone, but it's really interesting, and again, it's a true story as much as it can be, and it's another mini series which we both like. What else have you been watching?
Hijack, that's also on Apple TV Plus, with Idris Elba. From the title, the plane gets hijacked from unknown people, and basically he's this person that investigates or tries from two parties to broke deals, and that's how he goes from the plot and tries to calm the situation down.
Yeah, so what I could see, I haven't watched it yet, but I looked it up after you said to me that you're watching it, that it's set in real time. So
yeah.
It's set over an 8-hour period, and there's a certain period in the episodes go for that long. So it's kind of like the show 24, I guess.
Yeah.
And he's a negotiator, and he's going to negotiate with the terrorists to prevent the hijacking of this plane or safely land it.
Yeah.
You enjoying it?
Yes.
Worth watching?
Yeah, I think it's worth watching. The writing does make it that I think in real scenarios it would finish, but because there needs to be 7 episodes, it does continue.
Platonic, we've both been watching, so we finished that, and there is a review of that coming out today on YouTube. So check that out. It would have been close to it'd be my second favourite thing I've watched this month, I'd say, but it's pretty much exactly what you expect. It's typical Seth Rogen comedy, so it was nothing new, but doesn't mean it wasn't good. What do you think of Platonic?
I enjoyed the banter between the two characters. I liked how it started off funny, and then the story did lack some moments, but the ending did cap it off nicely, so I did like the ending, yeah.
Any interesting movies you've seen this month?
Indiana Jones was Harrison Ford bringing him back to being 80 years old, and I did like it for the first 20 minutes and not as much, but the best movie in cinemas would have to be Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
So I saw both these movies. I kind of thought the opposite. I've seen one Indiana Jones, and I only saw it recently, which is the first one, and I don't think I ever saw any of the Mission Impossible movies. And I thought, I didn't like Mission Impossible. I don't think it was bad, I just didn't understand all the backstory behind it, and it was a bit long. Where I thought Indiana Jones was really cool and unique, but I guess from what Jacob's told me, if you're a fan that had seen the others, it was a bit different, and they moved away from what made Indiana Jones great, or it was kind of a letdown in comparison. So I liked Indiana Jones because I had nothing to compare it to, but also didn't like Mission Impossible because I didn't have anything to reference it to. So it went, the opposite way for me.
Yeah.
Any other shows or movies that we haven't talked about yet?
Just got into anger management because that's on Stan, and if you're a fan of Charlie Sheen, I think it's very much, if you're a fan of his human comedy sort of stuff, it's very sexualized and stuff like that. If you like his comedy, you'll like the show, but if you don't like his humor, I think it's very much like Two Half Men when he was in it.
I was about to say, is it just basically Two and a Half Men? His character again from Two and a Half Men, in a way?
Basically, but instead of being a jingle rider, he's a psychiatrist in being anger. He's a psychiatrist for people that have anger issues.
Okay, interesting. I think it might be season 3 of Power Book 2, which is a bit of a tongue twister. So this continues from the original Power series. They created the Powerverse, which is the spin-offs, and this is the 3rd season of the 2nd spin-off. And yeah, it's... at first I didn't like this spin-off, and then into season 2 I thought it was really good, but now it's just kind of getting very repetitive, the same idea. Backstory shows about basically selling drugs, and it's kind of the same thing. They don't want to sell drugs anymore, but they can't. They're being held captive by someone, getting told they've got to. If they leave, they're going to get killed. And they continue to sell drugs to try and protect the people around them. And it's just... I think after seeing 7 or so seasons of the original show, and now there's like 4 spin-offs, and this one's just a copy of the first one, the original, it's kind of getting a bit sick of it. But I will continue to watch it because I do really like it. Massive fan of 50 Cent, who's a producer on the show.
Anything that you're looking forward to? I know you're seeing Oppenheimer soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, mainly because I'm going to see it in IMAX, which is kind of cool. We don't have IMAX locally to where we live, so I'm going to another country and going to see it in IMAX, and the theatre looks massive. So looking forward to seeing this movie that's going to be quite epic and visual, and it's going to be great to see it in such a big setting. I actually do want to see Barbie. I think it's going to be really silly, but I want to see it for myself. The premise, when we saw the latest trailer and reacted to it, was a bit different than what I hoped, but nonetheless I want to see what it is. But I haven't heard anything bad about it yet. Other movies coming out, we've seen a few trailer reactions for things, but they're still a bit far away. I did see that I think the latest season of Winning Time comes out start of next month.
Yes.
So that's up there. That was my favourite show of last year, so I'm looking forward to the next season of that.
Well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, you're awesome, and keep being awesome. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.